Hey everybody, good evening. I am live and I'm just gonna make sure everything is working okay here. Give me 1 second. I am super excited about tonight and I hope you are too. I hope you were able to join me. I know there were some people that were anxiously awaiting, so I'm a little later than I had planned. Not too bad. Okay, so just make sure this is working. Great. Okay. I think we're good to go. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Danny Lozano, and I am the business owner of the Drinking Buddies community, also known as Drinking with Danny. And I'm, what I call a professional solution finder. So I am helping people find solutions for things in their life where they could use a little change, use a little adjustment. I don't know, whatever. And I've been doing these Wednesday night talks, and sometimes they're on Thursdays. That's what you get for a Wednesday night talk. But I'm really excited to bring tonight what I have for you because this is a talk I actually did this past week. And it really just resonated with me as something that more people need to hear. And so I'm really excited to bring it to you. So cheers. Tonight I am drinking my detox juice, which is not a fancy name for wine. It's actually just aloe vera. Because I'm detoxing today. So cheers. I hope you've got something you're drinking too. So tonight, the title of what we're going to be talking about is called When Life Begins. And before we get into the topic, we need to get on the same page about something because this is going to be really important as we go through the message that we are talking the same language. I am going to be referring to someone tonight as the creator. That might be something different to you, and I want to give you the permission to sub in whatever it is that you need to make this make sense for you. So that might be God. That could be Mother Nature. That could be the universe. It doesn't matter what it is to you, but it's important that we are on the same page as far as the higher being that you put faith in on how you got to where you are, in my terms, the creator, has not put you in this life to fail. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is not a setup. It's not a game. It's your life. And it's the only chance you get to fulfill your purpose. We are all put here with some purpose in mind. Some are small, some are grand, but we all are put here for a purpose. And too often I hear people say they don't know what their purpose is. And I have to doubt that because I think at the end of the day, we all know what our purpose is. It's that voice that we allow to tell us what we would be doing if we weren't afraid, if we knew we could not fail. It's that voice that pushes us into an uncomfortable place where the stars align. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully you've all had this experience. I know it's one of my favorites where maybe it's something you're doing at work or you're volunteering or it could be any number of things, but you are in your element, in that zone. You just know that not only are you great at what you're doing, but you're contributing to the world, to society in a big way, in a way that is unique and true to only you. One of the things that is really important that we understand is that every idea that is put into our mind as something that we are capable of is unique to us. Those are ideas, those thoughts, those concepts, those pushes in a different direction. They're gifts from our Creator to us that point us in the direction of where we are supposed to be taking this ride. The thing is that I want you to realize, though, okay, is that while it might feel like those ideas could come and go to anybody, they don't. They come to you. Sarah Blakely, who's one of my favorite female role models, and she's not a mentor, maybe someday, but somebody that I look up to a lot. For those of you that don't know, she's the creator of Spanx, and she was the youngest female billionaire in the United States in 2012 at 41. She's just a remarkable, remarkable woman. And she recently did an interview with a podcast that I like called How I Built This. And she says that she firmly believes that everybody gets at least $1 million, if not billion-dollar idea in their lifetime. But the problem is, the reason why we're not all millionaires and billionaires is because we don't have the guts, the courage, the drive, or the plan to know how to chase those ideas. And so we let them die. And that is what I believe is our purpose, is that voice. Think about this right now, okay? I don't know how many people are on Facebook. I do know, statistically speaking, they say if Facebook was a country, that it would be the third largest country in the world. So that gives you an idea of the population of Facebook. So there's so many things you could be doing tonight. You could be having dinner with your family. You could be, watching TV. You could be scrolling any other Facebook post or live out there. But for whatever reason, you got drawn to this one. In my mind, I don't believe in coincidence anymore. I really believe everything is a clue, either pushing us or pulling us towards our purpose. And so I think it's very unique that those of you that are watching this, whether you're watching me live on Facebook, on the replay, on YouTube, whatever the case may be, you have to think to yourself, what is it about this message that you were meant to hear? And that might help you understand some of what's holding you back. And the reason why I say that is because I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something that is a very familiar concept to all of us, and that's our comfort zone, right? I like to describe it as that voice in your gut, that kind of that zone that you stay in, and it keeps you safe. It keeps you safe and it keeps you alive, but it doesn't really care if you're happy or if you're content or if you're wealthy or if you're fulfilling your purpose. It really just cares if you are alive and if you're safe. So it kind of keeps you in this boundary. And the way I envision it, and if you saw my graphic in prep for tonight's talk, the boundary that I envision is a chain link fence. So you can see through it. And along the top is that kind of rounded barbed wire. And maybe it's electric. Like you're not really sure. You don't really hear the buzz. It's possible, but it looks dangerous. It doesn't really look like something that you want to cross through. So you stay in it. And maybe occasionally there's something that tempts you to get closer and closer and closer. But when it comes time to touch the fence, to even just touch the fence to see if it's working, you shy away. It is just too scary. Your comfort zone pulls you back and it pulls you right into the middle of that circle. That's how we want to imagine our comfort zone. And that is the thing that holds us back from fulfilling our purpose in life, because we're constantly being given clues. We are constantly being pulled in different directions. We know what our gifts are. You know what your gifts are. But there's this fear that holds you back, and that is in that zone. So how do we get beyond the fence? If everything we want out of life is sitting on the other side of that chain link fence, how do we get the courage, right? It's not about being fearless. It's about being brave. So how do we get the bravery to get to the other side if that is where everything we want in life is at? Well, I'm a firm believer that the way that you do that is you have to do a few things. You have to expand your comfort zone little by little, and hopefully over time, your comfort zone will grow to encompass what you're meant to do with your life. And then also, you need to paint a picture on the other side that's so enticing to you that it's worth it to act brave in spite of the fear, knowing that the fear may never go away. So what I'd like to do now for the remainder of this is give you a few tips that I've learned over the last couple of months that have helped me do those things and have put me on a path where I'm able to pursue my passion, and I'm hoping that it will do the same for you. So if you're ready, so I've got some notes. That's how important this is to me. I never take notes, but I've got some notes here. Let me take another little sip of my detox. Okay, so first, I'm going to give you three things. Three really important things. Number one, affirmation. So affirmation is not a new concept, not something I came up with. In fact, it's all over the book Think and Grow Rich, which has been around for a very, very long time. Not a new concept at all. But without really understanding the power of affirmation, you can do affirmations all day long and not do any good for expanding out your comfort zone and putting yourself in a position to pursue your purpose. So affirmations is if for those of you that don't know, is telling yourself, having a statement. A lot of people believe it needs to be in the present tense. So I am, I have, I'm doing these things. Some people do it in the future, but it's telling yourself 1 to 2 times a day what your view is for yourself in your future, for your goal, for your purpose, for what it is that you want out of life. And it's doing it in a way that you do it repeatedly to condition yourself, and you do everything you can to connect with the emotion of what that feels like. So I'm going to give you an example. I do my affirmation every morning and every night, and part of my affirmation is that I am going to be a millionaire by July 8th, 2022. And I will acquire this money by inspiring people to dream outside of their current circumstances and creating a community of relentless dream chasers. I've been saying this every morning for the last 2 or 3 months. It's not about knowing how I'm going to make $1 million. It's about knowing what I want, setting my intention, and then having an idea of what I can do. I'm going to create a community. It's not I'm going to meet this person and I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to let my creator, the universe, whoever, figure out the details, the nuts and the bolts, but I am going to just speak it into existence. I'm going to set my intention and I'm going to create that affirmation. What that does for you is if your comfort zone is shrinking, if it's small, right? And day after day, morning and night, you start connecting with the emotion of this thing that you want, right? Being a millionaire, that's a scary thing to proclaim. I'm nowhere close to that, but I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to have the confidence in it. And what happens is slowly that comfort zone starts to expand into activities that I know that I need to do to put myself on the road to fulfilling my purpose and to making that intention a reality. Case in point, these live videos for you. The first couple times I've done them, they've been terrifying to me. But now my comfort zone continues to expand, and this is my purpose. This is what I want to do. I want to inspire you to dream outside your current circumstances. And as I've expanded that comfort zone, I have found myself in a place where it's easier and easier to do that. That is the power of affirmation, but it only works if you can find the way to connect with the emotion. So you got to keep saying it and keep doing it and keep thinking about it so you can connect your subconscious to the emotion of the person that you want to be and not the person that you are today. So that's tip number 1 for you. Tip number 2, another one that I'm sure you've heard before, the art of visualization. You need visuals of what you want everywhere. And I mean everywhere. In your bathroom, in your bedroom, on the fridge, in your car, on the window. I don't care what it is, but you need to be able to visualize what you want. A few weeks ago, I did a talk called Planting Seeds. And I asked you guys, if you are trying to lose weight, let's say that's your goal, what's more motivating for you? The picture of you at 200 pounds or the picture of you at 150? What's more motivating? And so many people said the picture of me at 200 because it's a reminder of where I am and where I don't want to be. And I am here to tell you that your subconscious does not have that kind of logic built into it, my friends. So if you're constantly looking at a picture of where you are versus where you want to be, all you're doing is reinforcing to your subconscious that that's where you want to stay. Does that make sense? So if I'm constantly looking at where I am, I'm just telling my comfort zone, let's stay here. This is cool. I like this. This is what we're looking at. It doesn't matter what your conscious brain is thinking. It doesn't matter that you think that and think, oh, I don't like that. Your subconscious is so strong that it can run on autopilot while you're driving your car and get you to your destination safely. Think about that. So how easy do you think it is for your subconscious when you're at, sitting down at night and the kids have gone to bed and you're watching your show on Netflix and you're like, ice cream would be nice. I could sure go for some ice cream. What if I had some ice cream? And you walk over to the fridge and you see that picture of you at 200 pounds and you think, well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm used to anyways. And you eat the ice cream. Because, guys, your subconscious knows what it's like to be at 200 pounds, or it knows what it's like to be broke, or it knows what it's like to be lonely. It knows what it's like to be in situations you don't want to be in. So even though you know you are not happy, you are safe and you are alive. And so it will do everything it can to keep you there. So you have to use visualizations to plant the seeds of where you want to be, to help your subconscious get into autopilot and steer that direction. It's like putting something into your GPS. It's putting your destination into your GPS. You don't just get into your car and say, okay, let's go, and then pray for the best as far as the destination is concerned. No, you tell it where you want to go. That is why we believe in vision boards. That's the key. But it cannot be like, oh, I want a boat, so I go Google a boat and I just slap a boat on there. No. What boat do you want? What color is it? What year is it? What body of water does it sit on? Like, does it have a place to sleep? Does it have a bathroom? Does it 2 stories? Is it fast? Is it a sailboat? Do you row it? Do you need a paddle? Like, get your boat on your vision board. Because you might not know today how you're going to acquire that boat. But if you start planting the seeds today into your subconscious that you own that boat, you will start making decisions, whether you realize it or not, as the owner of that boat. That is why we believe in vision boards. But you have to do it with purpose. Don't just go slap up some crazy pictures, because you're going to get some crazy stuff in your life, and then don't blame me when that happens. Okay? Okay, visualization. Number 3, this is my favorite, and I think probably the most important one. Guard your garden. So you are busy to work with your affirmations. You're planting some seeds about what you want. And you're busy to work with your visualizations. You're planting those seeds of what you want. Here's what's really important. I heard this at an amazing seminar I was at not that long ago, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm not a farmer. I'm not a gardener. Some of you saw that I have a plant I'm trying to keep alive that's representative of my soul, and it's not going so well. So it's actually making a rebound. Thank you for all your help. But anyways, if I wanted to grow corn, what kind of seeds would I put in my field? Corn seeds. And if I wanted to grow wheat, what would I plant in my field? Wheat. And if I wanted to grow an apple tree, what would I put in my garden? Now, if you said, grape tree seeds, that is not the right answer. Okay, if I plant apple tree seeds, I'm expecting to get an apple tree. That makes sense. We all understand. But here's what's important. What happens if you plant nothing? I'm going to actually give you a minute to post below. So what happens if you plant nothing in your garden? If you plant nothing in your garden, you grow weeds. It's not nothing. If you said nothing, so did I. It's not weeds. It's not nothing. It's weeds. So if you're not intentionally guarding your garden, you are letting negativity and doubt and scarcity and fear plant in its place, because that's the equivalent of weeds for your subconscious. So recently I've been doing a lot of work on this, and it dawned on me as I was listening to some of my favorite music that the music I personally listen to is really, really negative in a lot of ways. I will give you an example, and it pains me to say this, so you take this with a grain of salt. I know I'm going to guard my garden with every force because I have big dreams. I have big goals. I have a huge purpose to fulfill, so I can't afford a single weed to pop up in my garden. That might not be where you're at. That's fine. But if you are, let me tell you, one of my favorite songs in the world is Creep by Radiohead. Do you know it? It's musically, instrumentally, breathtaking. It is a beautiful song. I love listening to it when I run. It's a really, really beautiful song. But if you stop and you listen to the lyrics, it says, I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I don't belong here. So then why am I surprised When I go out of my comfort zone, I get beyond the gate for a minute into a group, into something like this, right? Where I'm talking to people I don't even know. And all of a sudden I think to myself, what? I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I don't belong here. And I retreat back into my comfort zone. It's no surprise. I have gone through my playlist now and scrubbed it for every negative song out there. And I have put in its place some of the most empowering, like, pump me up music that I've ever heard. And I need some more song recommendations, to be honest, because they're on repeat and there's like 12 of them right now. But every morning I wake up and I would give the command, but she's in the room right now, so she's going to start talking. So I say, Alexa, let's go. Okay, we're in the clear. And she tells me the traffic, tells me the weather, reads me my appointments for the day, and then sings Glorious by Macklemore. And in case you don't know that song's lyrics are, I was born for this, how could I forget? I made it through the darkest nights of my life, and now I see the sunrise. I feel glorious. We're planting our flag. They don't understand. The world is up for grabs. And this is the song me and my kids sing every morning to get us started for the day. Those are the seeds I want blooming in my garden. I don't need any weirdo creep seeds. You get what I mean. I want that, the world is up for grabs. I want to come from a place of abundance. And so that is what I'm filling in my garden to make sure that what I grow, what I harvest, is what is going to get me to those big goals and that purpose I have in my life. So I've given you 3 things to try. I hope that you do. I'm going to give you one more test to try. There's a very tricky thing with your comfort zone. You've got 2 voices at play inside of your head. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it's true. You have that comfort zone voice that's constantly pulling you back, constantly making you feel like you're not good enough, constantly feeling like that's not safe, keeping you in that boundary. And you have the universe, your creator, whoever it is, telling you, I want more from you. I put you in this place, in this world, in that body, in this life to do more than stay in the safety of that chain link fence. And I need you to get to the other side. The problem is, between those 2 voices, it can be very hard to know which one to listen to. So I'm going to teach you, maybe a little test on how you can get really, really familiar with that comfort zone so you can start to tell the difference in your own life. Are you ready? What I want you to do is I want you to pick something that is stupid, super, easy, simple, that you can implement tomorrow, and you can promise me you can do it for the next 30 days. So this isn't like, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning and I'm going to work out, or I'm going to give up eating meat, or I'm going to run, a marathon by the end of the month. No, I love you. I'm glad that you're shooting big, but I'm talking stupid, easy. Like when I get out of bed in the morning, I'm going to do 1 push-up. I'm going to do 1 jumping jack. I am going to look out the window. I am going to post something on Facebook. Whatever it is. I don't care what it is. But what I want you to do is pick something that it's not what you're doing today, but you'll have no problem implementing. It doesn't even matter why you want to do it. Just pick something. What you're going to notice is day 1's going to come by, you're going to do great. Day 2, fine. Day 3, fine. Day 4, day 5, day 6. By about day 7, that voice is going to creep in. And that voice is going to start telling you like, oh, do you really want to do that? Maybe that's not such a great idea. Maybe you should stay in the fence. Maybe that's personal growth and we're not about that. We don't know what the world's like on the other side. That could be dangerous. And you're going to find yourself talking yourself out of doing this very easy thing. So mine, and I know some of you know this and have your own feelings about it, but I'm going to share it with you. I don't brush my teeth at night. I don't. I never have. I don't know why. I like dental hygiene. There's really no reason for it. It's just not anything I ever did. I just don't do it. So I thought when I was testing this theory, I'm just going to brush my teeth at night. Every night, 30 nights, I'm going to do that. So like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, no problem. Then like day 8 rolled around and I'm standing in my bathroom, like the night's done. I'm looking at my reflection, doing whatever. I'm even like warming up the water. And the voice comes in and it's like, you're really tired. Maybe if you didn't brush your teeth tonight, it's not that big of a deal. do you really want to put toothpaste in your mouth right now? I mean, is this really, really what you want to do? Like, just go to bed. You're going to brush your teeth in the morning. And that's when that light bulb went off. And I got really, really familiar with the voice that is holding me back. And ever since then, I have been so much more aware of the difference between the safe voice and the one that is helping me fulfill my purpose. So I suggest everybody comment below and let me know, what is your commitment? What are you going to do to get really familiar with that voice that's holding you back? Because once you know who it is, once you know which one is holding you back, you can start listening to the one that is pushing you to fulfill your purpose. And everybody wants to live a purpose-filled life. So tonight I'm going to end this with a quote that you've heard before, but hopefully it puts a little bit different perspective on it. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So jump the fence and start your life with me. Thanks, you guys. As I said before, my name is Danny. I am the business owner of the Drinking Buddies, and I am a professional solution finder. So if there's something you need in your life, I would love to help you solve for that, whether it's health, wellness, energy, whatever it is. You never know what I might have or who I could connect you with, but that is my purpose in life, is to inspire you to dream outside of your current circumstances. I also want to let you know that me and my friend Diana are going to be hosting a 2-week Facebook group coming up 2 weeks from now, about maybe a week and a half from now. I do Isagenix. It is limited space available. So for people that use Isagenix, it's open to you. If you don't, it's still open to you. We got to see how many spots we get filled up. $5 entry. There's going to be some prizes involved, but the whole concept of the group is marching with a positive mindset. So we're going to be focused on nutrition, sleep, health, meditation, gratitude journaling, just all sorts of different ways that you can bring yourself into a positive mindset and help push down that inner voice of negativity and sprout some things in your garden that maybe you're happy about harvesting. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, PM me, let me know, and we would love to get you set up. And with that being said, I look forward to talking to you next Wednesday when we talk about a new way to design your life. For those of you curious, I am from Sacramento, California. The Kings are playing tonight on ESPN, and so far it sounds like we're still going to have a crowd in the stadium. So I am twinning with my brother tonight, who is going to be sitting courtside cheering on our team. So go Kings! Go everybody else. Have a great night. Cheers, and thanks. Go kick that comfort zone out of the picture. Talk to you later.